water we drink, or even from our toilet. So we'll be looking at how would treat those stubborn infections. Okay, some of them are actually resistant to most of these antibiotics you find around. Okay, so how do we get it rid out of our body? How do we do that? Right, I'll be right back in a second. Okay, so welcome back to my channel. If it is your first day of viewing me or you find my content valuable, I want you to smash the subscription button as well. Turn on the notification bell on so you will not miss any of my new videos. And to my returning viewers, thank you for sticking around. I'm certainly sure that this channel is going to worth your time. Okay, so like I said initially, how do we treat those stubborn infections like chlamydia, Staphylococcus, gonorrhea? By the way, I've done a video concerning gonorrhea, so I want you to check it up. It's right above me. I want you to check it up. Then gonorrhea and one more one, the chlamydia, Staphylococcus, and E. coli bacteria. Those are very stubborn infections. Okay, and there's this common questions concerning Staphylococcus, which we'll be focusing today. There is this common question if it affects the male or the female reproductive system. A capital answer to that is yes. It does affect the male or the female reproductive system. Okay, so these are the symptoms that once you begin to notice it, you find that you will know that you have Staphylococcus. And also I would want you to as well visit the hospital. You go for a culture test, not just a normal test. Okay, the culture test, they're going to take your urine and your blood, and sometimes they even take your feces. Okay, your feces, they take these three items sometimes, but urine and your blood are the ones that are taken most often. All right, so you go for your culture test and ascertain the nature of the the infection. Okay, but if you are as a male, you have this tentacles. Once it gets swollen up, that is a very clear symptom of Staphylococcus, right? And a very common one is you begin to have some boil, some redness of the eyes, redness of the skin. Those are the common way you could know that Staphylococcus is right in your body system. And for the female, they tend to have they have this pain when they have sexual intercourse, and you have the whitish discharge. All right, so those are the common symptoms for the female. All right, now Staphylococcus is a very stubborn infection that does affect the male and the female reproductive system. Okay, because this very condition is called azoospermia. Why? There's also a condition called oligospamia. It's a situation where you have a very low sperm count and no sperm cells at all. Okay, so I believe you've come across a couple of families struggling to bear children because of these stubborn infections. So I want you to, once you notice any sign that your body system are not the normal way it ought to be or it has been, I want you to go for a test at the hospital, a culture test, please, and know the nature of the infection. But today I've got a remedy here, super effective for Staphylococcus. The ones I mentioned earlier, other infection, stubborn ones, they like E. coli, chlamydia, and gonorrhea. I've made a video super effective for gonorrhea. I want you to check it out. Right, so today, this is our #1 recipe for Staphylococcus, for getting rid of our body system. This is papaya seeds. Okay, very effective. Okay, very effective in killing stubborn infections in our body system. Apart from you having the papaya, apart from you eating it, the seeds are super good for killing harmful bacteria in our body system. Right, then the second one is clove. Okay, clove. This is garlic. This is ginger. And the last but not the least, cinnamon. This is powdered cinnamon. Now, this, how many items? 1, 2, 3. This is 5 items we have here. Now, these 3 now, these ones, the clove, the papaya seeds, and ginger and garlic. These 4 items, apart from the one in already in powdered form, you have to crush these items. If you like, you could blend it, okay, or use the normal way like this ones I have here. This is a local one, local way of pounding it. You pound it very well, okay. Make sure it blends well with this powdered form. Then you add water to it. Depends on the quantity of the items or the recipes you've got. If it's much than this one I've shown you, if it's this one you're using, this quantity, you just a glass of water. The water shouldn't be too much, please. If it's beyond this, you add 2 bottles of water, 2 cup of water, rather, not a bottle, 2 cup of water if it is beyond this. Right, so once you do this now, you put in a container, probably something like this, okay, or in a small container. Now you would have it for 7 days. All right, leave it to ferment for 7 days. Why you have to leave for 7 days? Because once you leave it and it gets fermented, it kind of increases the efficacy. Okay, so once you do this, you will definitely notice that those symptoms you do for those burning sensations for the women, the fact that it begins to die away. Because why you have to treat these stubborn infections is because if you leave it untreated, okay, it could, for the male ones, it could block your urinary system. Okay, it could block it, or it could even go. The condition is called scarring. All right, so you shouldn't play with it. Okay, for the female, it could even block the fallopian tube, so you shouldn't block it. You shouldn't joke with it, rather. So with this, certainly sure you are good to go. And Staphylococcus is going to be a thing of the past. I want you to share this video to your loved ones, to your family and friends, because certainly there is someone out there that does need these recipes or this home remedy. Very important. Thank you. God bless you. See you in my next video.